What's up, YouTube? What's up, Xtreme Gainz family? I'm Chuck. This is Xtreme Gainz. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say is or ever will be financial advice. Please do not take it as such. Today is Tuesday, March 29th, 2022, and this is the AMC, GME, and SPY Algo Exposed daily update and preparation video for tomorrow and beyond. I hope you had a great day in the markets today. I'm going to go over all of the regulars that consist of my snake algo for all three and macro comparatives for all three as well. So with that said, let's dig in. On your screen is AMC and my snake algo. This was a pull from yesterday that I explained to you all in the video last night, and we had solid projection and fulfillment today as far as I'm concerned up until this point. Now, real quick, I'm not going to go into a bunch of detail. I did provide some commentary and speculation on my part during the live stream today in real time. But what happened today with the heavy upside, 16% move to the upside for AMC, it got yanked and rug pulled right back down with a halt. GME did the exact same thing. It was coordinated. The timing was exact. The halts were exactly the same time. The only way I'm going to describe it on here, and I'm just going to shout it out on here and show it to those of you that may not have seen it in real time, was an absolute planned, coordinated fuckery that was done to both AMC and GME. There's nothing that's going to change my mind about that. As to what the reasoning behind it is, again, to me, that would just be speculation. I provided some commentary on that in my not so humble opinion during the live stream in real time, and I'll just leave it at that. Outside of that, we got, and I believe AMC provided fulfillment of the snake algo in its current position. Now, as I stated in last night's video, I have no weighted expectation as to this entire thing playing out. Quite honestly, the opposite. I was expecting a potential divergence from it today, according to what I had backtested in the last 2 weeks that I talked to you all about, the chain linking of these things moving forward. Again, in an attempt just to stay out in front of this thing, because it seems to, the minute I feel like I have it nailed down, something changes and I'm scrambling to stay out in front of it. I've managed to do so quite well, and I'm doing the same now. So anyways, with that in mind, it did give an indicator today and a potential new snake. So I'm not going to use this unless it diverts, but I'm going to show it to you. But and we haven't diverted yet. Obviously, we can get this move in the morning and it'll still be valid. But if it were to divert, what would it look like if I had to use this? And again, initial placement is very, very, very crucial to getting these things right and getting the fulfillment out of them, as we have experienced, me personally, and you as a spectator have experienced in the past, where some adjustments may need to be made as we go along with it. But that's what I'm seeing with it as it stands right now. So obviously the projection from the current snake going into tomorrow would be heavy upside, whereas the potential new one, if we divert from that and head downside, would potentially be this. So that's what I'm looking at with the snake algo with AMC. The macro comparatives for AMC are as follows. One is the macro comparative from the macro descending wedge leading up to and prior to the January 2021 run-up. In its entirety almost, there's a 5-year clip there, which you all know about. I've explained multiple times. That is the blue one. Let me move the yellow. What I've made sense of this, and I explained in, I believe, Monday's video or something. Maybe even, actually, I think I explained it in Sunday's video. The only sense I can make of it not fulfilling this is that it was stuffed and suppressed, and now it has made this curl around and move back up. Therefore, continuing on the path of movement from the January 2021 run-up to the May run-up and the movements in between, it seems to potentially be following it like that as it stands right now. So the projection from that going into tomorrow would be obviously maybe some upside and consolidation right here. Then obviously future movement and beyond tomorrow, then maybe the next couple of days, the generalized movement would be to finish out this upside to that box top. The second one I'm using is what I've coined Big Brother, Little Brother. I have talked to you all about those for months. They did come off the table a little bit out of our discussion. Nonetheless, they are back on the table because this one has essentially lined itself up in that way and in that form. And what is it indicating? Something similar, I believe, to the potential new snake if we were to divert from the bullish snake and this bullish potential projection here going into tomorrow and beyond, and we were to divert and go downside. I believe the yellow would match, the yellow snake would match the yellow macro, which would be the one of the potential upcoming snake if it were to divert. However, that is indicating heavy downside, the complete opposite of what the upsides are indicating, followed by that W pattern after this box top. And it looks like potentially the next couple of days, maybe even into the end of the week there with that. So that's what I'm looking at with the macro comparatives for AMC. Now GME. GME snake. Let's go dive in here real quick. Here is the coordinated fuckery move that I showed you on AMC and how it looked on GME. Again, same time, same place, same halt, same time, everything. The only difference was the percentage move to the upside was not as large with GME as it was with AMC. However, the snake pull from yesterday with GME, in my opinion, did fulfill. We have not yet diverted from it. If we divert from this, just like AMC, and the anticipation and expectation is if we do, today we got the snake to potentially show moving forward if that diversion were to take place, would be, in my opinion, I believe at this point, whoa, righty. Something like that, along those lines, which ironically still essentially coincides with the move to the upside. A little nuanced out of the gate here, but nonetheless, the upside move. So that's what it is showing with GME. Yes, it's a little bit different than AMC because they are a micro clip thrown on for macro projection, and GME and AMC's micro intraday movement on the 5-minute chart, which is where I clipped from, were different, nuanced in this way today. And when you enlarge them for these macro moves, they're a little more exaggerated and you're able to see them like that a lot easier. So yes, I know it's a little bit different. That does not bother me in this moment whatsoever. We have seen that in the past with AMC and GME. One goes, one gets suppressed. They still have intraday similar movements, just not to the levels, comparative levels to each other. So that doesn't concern me right now. I'm just going to let this thing lead me where it goes. And if it continues to fulfill, then great. And if it doesn't, I'll keep digging. But that's what I'm looking at with the snake algo for for GME. Then the macro comparative for GME is again a big brother fractal from a previous macro double-double that I threw in here. And the indication to it, or of it, move it just so you can see there. Get the snake out of there. Continuation upside. Maybe some consolidation here prior to, and obviously that would be a couple of days worth, but the macro generalized movement of that is continuation to upside in that macro fractal. That really needs to be viewed on the daily here, so let me show you that real quick. And there you go. All right, so that's GME. SPY. This is the macro comparative from the 2008-2009 correction and crash. In what I have called the extended placement or extended version. I spoke to you all about it potentially going continuation to upside here and following the snake that is 2 weeks old today with projection and fulfillment, and it did exactly that. Now, I do believe it's still in range of this peak, and if it were to go heavy downside here, either tomorrow, I'm not sure I will let it go past tomorrow. So if I don't see it tomorrow, I'll probably start going over daily the long-term one, which I'm about to show you, and use that as the review material and fractal to look at in that placement. However, the snake did fulfill again today to the upside, like we talked about in last night's video, if it were to continue in that manner, and that's exactly what SPY did today. Now, again, real quick recap in case that was confusing. For this macro comparative in this position, I would want to see this go heavy downside almost immediately. This snake, I'm not going to clip another snake until this diverts from the current one that is 2 weeks old, that it has continually fulfilled its projection. So if it continues that, I'm going to leave it on here. If it diverts in the chain linking kind of style that I'm trying to use right now for these snakes, I will do that with SPY when and if that happens and it diverts from that one. Now, the long-term version of the SPY macro comparative is this. This is something I've been following behind the curtain with my premium Discord members. And the indication of this, and this is why I talked about the level to the upside, which is what I marked here at 468. I did move it up. I said 465. I told y'all I'd check the level. 468 is the level that obviously to the other one that I was looking for diversion, but looking at it and comparing it to this, if it doesn't go heavy downside for the other one, then I'm going to go ahead and use this one. But this is where the continuation to upside thought has come from, and talk and narrative has come from me. So that's what I'm looking at with it. Obviously, the indication of this moving forward is potential short-term move to the upside, but downside move over what looks to be 4, maybe 5 more days here, and then continuation to upside to eventual potential all-time highs. Then we go into the correction and crash territory that you see here. It's long-term, or I've coined it long-term for obvious reasons, but that's what I'm looking at with that. And again, if the other one, if real price action does go continuation to upside, this is the one that I will be going over with all of you regularly instead of the other one for obvious reasons. So that's everything I have, y'all. I appreciate it if you made it through the video. Do y'all's thing, like the video, comment, interact with it. I appreciate it. Real quick reminder, I will not be live here tomorrow morning or at all tomorrow unless these things were to pop off again, like we have discussed and like we have done previously. If they pop off, myself and my Discord out of our private live stream will come out here and live stream with everybody so we can all be together during those times. But if not, I will be in Discord all day tomorrow. So good luck tomorrow in the markets. I will be back on here for an update and preparation video tomorrow night, like always, and then back live on here Thursday morning at 9 a.m. for market open to market close. Enjoy the rest of your evening, y'all, and I will talk to you on the next one. Later.